we always talk a lot anyway. So yeah, you fought off those big octopus-like thingies that were playing with the mechanics down here. Excuse me. I don't think anyone here is really all that hurt. Scared a bit, but it hasn't really hurt. You guys tell me. What do you need to do? Oh, I guess just by unpausing the game. Excuse me.
Yeah, from what I recall, we were just trying to figure out what they were doing to the engines or the engines, and how we could like negate it, or at least get the, as Kibbles calls them, the Zappadoodles working in the right places again.
The Zappadoodles. Unless you guys are going to tell me somehow you are proficient in Zappadoodles, I don't think an intelligence check is going to help you with this one.
No, he likes to give things Zappadoodles, but he's not really like the arcanic. Like, he's more the flesh tinkering type. So
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, if one of you were an artificer, I might say go for something. But I think this is all outside y'all's expertise. I guess what you could tell was they were certainly trying to, and I think certainly Chen was doing some intelligence checks last week. You can tell that they were certainly more taking apart and tinkering more than anything else. But exactly what they were trying to do, hard to say. Yeah. Vic, I'm gonna mute you. You're kind of rearranging something. I'm getting a lot of black stuff when you're doing that.
Can we take a short rest?
If you need to, do you? I mean, you can, but is any of you really injured? I think you're down like 18 points out of 124. But you're more than willing to if people want to do that. I don't know if people need to do that. What the heck are you doing over there, Vic?
Not much.
Oh, wow. Okay. It sounds like you're rearranging something.
Sorry.
No worries.
Is the angling around or something? I don't know.
I left her on the couch. I don't know what.
Yeah, Z is down 15 points out of, he's 72 of 87.
If you want to take a short rest and spend a few hit die, who am I to stop you? Feel free.
Oh, yeah. Look, let's go back to that bug room and see if they could help us some more. I want to know where that guy went. And like he starts thinking about the bug that stung him right before, like in the middle of combat.
Yeah, let's go over there. I like that.
And no squashing these ones. Not yet. They might have answers.
I'll move Chen. I assume Z and Zen are going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just before you know how Vaz gets, because she just starts walking away and you lose all your light. So
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to ask you, Z. What's lighting you? I have you as 20-foot bright, but when I was looking at it earlier today, I was like, usually there's some dim and some bright, so maybe I messed something up there.
I think I like in the first session, I mentioned that I have the light cantrip, and so I just like lit myself.
Oh, okay.
You got like glowing orange or something.
And so I think in the first session I was lit up, and then the whole update Foundry shenanigans happened, and a lot of stuff might have gotten cleared that status. sort of.
Yeah, you're missing 20 feet of light, so let me do that for you. You should be 20 bright and 20 dim. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, because he has the light cantrip that he would literally just like, whether it's his like loot or whatever, he just sort of like taps himself and he's like, okay, good, because he knows he's not really sneaky.
Is this the room where the spider was? Another one.
Yeah. So, because you're looking really intensely, you got the light. You do see there is a couple of bugs up here. Sure, if you want to go and finagle with them. 1 second here. Here, there's one, and there's two.
Boy.
Let me get Chen over there.
Those are really big bugs.
They are bugs. They are big bugs. They, 1 second here.
Do you like big bugs and you cannot lie?
They, with 5 of you here and an undead boar as well, they don't really seem to. I mean, they're trying to stay away from you. They kind of figure that you're more powerful than they are, and they are just trying to stay away from right now. They're just kind of up in the rafters.
Like Kibbles thinks that they might be affiliated with that other one that he thinks that like quote unquote helped him with the sting. Like he's all sorts of like combobulated and confused. So he's just like, yo, you with that guy? He helped me. Like, how do I keep helping the voice? It's not going to be like threatening, but I guess it's going to be a little bit like frantic about it, just like kind of like a little bit zany because all the mind fuck that he's been having.
So they kind of look at each other and they just kind of shake their head at you. They don't talk, but they shake their head at you.
Oh no, you okay? Well, you cool? We cool? We cool? You cool? No eating us. We don't like obliterate you or eat you or anything. Like I like you guys. You're cool. Be cool and chill. And it's like he's gonna look around and be like, "Not the guys. Like I know. I'm in 4th." And then he just like tries to trot away, but realizes Vaz is going the opposite direction. He's like, "Oh yeah, that way." And like, he just follows her?
They just put up their mandibles. They're like, okay, we're cool. As much as you think a bug would do something like that.
I kind of picture like a Family Guy like bug scene where they're just like, "What the hell just happened?" Like,
by the way, minor fun fact. I'll show it to you when the adventure is over. But whatchamacallit, this module was made by Gary Gygax, and Gary Gygax like felt the need to put his initials into the map, and you are at the letter E.
nice for everyone.
I'll show you later, but I just had to tell you that. Yes, he actually put his initials into the map. So, at any rate, yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to do now that you have threatened the bugs into submission?
No, I told him I was going to be chill. We're
Okay.
all following as we explore. We got this other gray key card, right? So we're probably going to just start fitting that into slots until it gets us into someplace cool and, safe. Because it's like, I don't know, you guys getting hungry? I'm getting kind of hungry. Like, let's see if this card leads us to anywhere with food or like a good place to rest. because like, oh, I'm getting tired, like so bushed, and like you just see him comfortably reclined on the saddle of his undead boar.
Okay. Well, sure. So where do you, I mean, yeah, you can freely roam wherever you wish to roam. You're back among the engines. Wherever which way you wanna head off to.
I think it'd be a good idea to keep an eye out in the direction of where the other things scurried to see if we could find any like bits or trails or anything like that could show us like don't go that way because that's where the enemies are. We could like go in a different way, just
Sure.
Yeah.
You want to come up here and look to the east a bit?
Chen said he's following Vaz wherever she goes, so that's what he's doing. You find another one of those carts that is right there.
Nice. Does it work? And like he pokes it and stuff like that. Like Boar pushes on it. Does it like glide around? Is it all busted?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do some sledding with it or whatever. It moves around.
Yeah.
So didn't the other creatures go to the northwest when they ran away? Does anybody remember?
I think they scattered like north, west, and east a little bit, but like mainly north.
And that bug just disappeared.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I moved them out of the way for you.
Where south?
You want to go south?
I think the little guy that kibbles and then poofed. He like poofed out.
Oh yeah, he's just hiding. If you want to find him again, you can find him.
Kibbles is kind of like looking out for him, yeah.
So did I hear somebody wants to go to the south?
Yeah, those were the wrong group of bugs. I think that other one that, poked me, it went down that way, but not that way. And he like kind of does like that weird like double hand point in the opposite directions.
Not sure how to take that. Seems like it's double talk.
Yeah, it's that way, but not down that way. The path with the big fuzzy bugs we just talked to. I think it was like the other hall or something, or like maybe he like skedoodled around a corner and I know he went that way though, and he points south west instead of like the southeast tunnel he took. I think there was a second one over here-ish or like there, like I know.
Oh yeah, Chen's staying with Vaz. That was the thing that's going on. Vaz is doing her usual wander about.
I think Kibbles is gonna like keep an eye out for any sign of, life or like death type deal.
Sure, you can make a perception check. Go for it. And Vaz, you see right here another one of those one of those tubes that you can go up and down in.
Is it working?
That is a good question. I have to look at the map. I don't remember if this one's working. This one is... if you look inside, you can see that, you know, and you have a key card, so you can unlock this. So, burp, burp. You can see that the anti-grav is not working, but the handles are rotating, right? So they're going, so it's partially working. How's that?
Okay. Everybody want to stay on this floor?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. There's no down to this. This is still going up.
Right. So it's either go up or keep looking around.
Right. And go up presumably would take you to the level where you were. One level above.
Right.
Yep. Oh, there's another cart here too.
Ooh.
Sledding.
There you go.
You're going in circles, woman. Wait up.
Oh dear me.
You're riding a boar. What do you care?
Hey, let me get Zen out of the dark. I presume he's keeping up.
I presume he's the fastest one, so I hope so. Oh, hey, look! It's more of those wire like cable-y things.
Yep, they are everywhere. Where did I put? Oh, there's Chen. Zoop. Zoop. I'll move you both.
Remember, keep an eye out. Make sure we don't get like ambushed or anything. There's lots of. This is a big space and lots of things we don't know.
It is a big space, and I gotta say, you have wandered around more of this space than I ever thought you were going to.
Have we gone full circle yet?
No, not yet. If you had gone through circle, you probably would have found something by now. I will say, though, how did you do that? You hear something slightly south of you, Vaz.
Ah.
Go kill it.
Yeah, you run careful, she'll kill it. So, you know, be careful. South. There you go. So you see there one of your robot friends is there. 1 second. I'll give you a picture in a second. Once I find him. Yep.
Yep, just run straight up to smash it, I bet.
She might. You never know. And he seems to be just doing some, you know, working on a panel there. But there he is.
You there. Status report.
Yeah, maybe you could help
what?
down the damaged engines down there. Like, there's some more broken things down there. You should check it out or something. Like, I know. Or maybe we could like get it to show us where the great key card leads us.
Do you still have your comprehend languages up, correct, Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the robot just kind of looks at you guys and says, "Access level, please."
What did he say?
Access level, please.
Access level gray.
Access level gray.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, because that's what the key card was. It was gray. So.
Okay.
Is there a number on the key cards?
Are you showing him the key card, or are you just saying gray? Are you looking at the key card? I just don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't have it. So if someone hands it to me, I could show it to them.
Yeah, I think Chen has them.
Yeah,
Or
Chen's here.
Vaz or Chen.
Yeah, because I
have-
know that he made a copy. He made a copy of it, and then.
Okay. So you flash him you have a gray and a red. You're flashing him the gray?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have both. I could maybe hold them both up and be like, yeah, here you go.
Pick one.
I'll take the gray one. We found that one here, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The robot looks at that and says, repairing this access panel. Current status.
Okay. I'll be like, yeah, he's repairing this panel. I know that's what we were seeing him doing anyway, but that's what he says.
Maybe we could ask it to like take us to the command center, and we could show it a list of other tasks.
Well, you haven't figured out a way to really talk to it. Like it asked you a question, you flashed him a thing.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm like, dang.
If you have a sneaky way to try and figure out how to communicate with him, then that'd be fine. But you can just know what he says.
Yeah.
Hey, we could ask him to show him the red card this time.
Sure. Or somebody else, I don't know, maybe somebody else holds up the red card and I point to it.
Sure, I'll show him the red card.
Sure. Show him the red card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks at the red card and it's just like, access denied.
Apparently, yeah, it doesn't really like the red card, but the gray card seems to work, I guess. So, yeah. I don't know, maybe if I mean, yeah, because it didn't necessarily, understand what I was saying, but I could maybe try to talk again because, you know, hell, why not? Maybe ask it like, where's the, which way, I'm lost. Which way to the command center?
And you're saying this in common?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I have a couple of languages, but robot ain't one of them. So.
Yeah, these guys aren't programmed in common. I mean, all the languages you've seen here are something that you haven't seen before, so...
Yeah, so it's not like...
It doesn't know.
Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's... I don't know. Maybe we can, like, put on some sort of performative play for these guys, but...
Okay.
But other than that,
I like the creative idea. If you can come up with something, I'm listening.
Ooh, I don't know. Since I'm wearing one of them uniforms with like all the medals and junk, I like gesture to my uniform. I gesture to like all the medals and stuff, and then I simulate like flying or driving. You know, like. And then I like shrug, like I don't know where, like charades. I mean, I'll even give a performance check if you like.
Yeah, give me a performance check, and I want to see how smart this robot is.
Oh, motherfucker! I hit a fucking 10. I have a +9, and I roll a damn 1. Oh well, it is apropos for me. So Yeah, so he doesn't know shit, or I'm not good enough at charades, I guess.
I guess not. It just kind of looks. It's just like I don't like. Do you need medical attention?
Okay, where's the medical bay? Okay, I'll nod and say yes. Maybe he'll point me to that direction.
Okay.
So,
let's see here.
he'll tell me something. At least he can give me something.
He'll say take the transport tube to level 1. It's the doors directly to your east. I should take the east transport tube to level 1, and it's the doors directly to your east.
Is that where we found those canisters and stuff? Those healing sprays? On the first level?
Oh, you're asking me, the DM.
Yeah, like, because he's saying that, and I'd be like, oh, hey, like, thinking, because we were already maybe, like, at the first level or whatever, and I'm thinking, hey, is that where we found those things before, when we were exploring the top level? Is that where we found those? Was that where he's talking about?
You found them in the middle of the ship, so.
Okay, yeah, well, so I guess I would apparently say, like, hey, there's some sort of, like, infirmary or place to patch ourselves up or whatever on the level on the first level. If we take the east over here and go, and it's like pretty close-ish if we need healing or maybe bandages or something. At least that's what the robot says, but it doesn't really understand my my signals and stuff. I was trying to find out where we could find like the pilot place, the console thing, whatever it's called. I'm not smart, so that whatever that is.
So Chen's here, so it's to catch him up. So the group just kind of went walkabout on the level. They went to check out those bugs that you had found earlier that didn't want to mess with you guys. And, Kibbles kind of threatened them a little bit, and they still didn't want anything to do with you. So
I asked him a question.
You did. You came to an understanding. And then they've mostly wandered around kind of to the east side of this ship. They did find another tube, and then they found this worker robot who's just kind of repairing an access panel. That's what you've gotten out of the robot when Z flashed them your gray card that you found. It didn't seem to like the red one, but it was fine with the gray one. And now they're playing charades, trying to figure out where the pilot room is what I'm getting from Z. But he kind of crit failed his performance check with his charades. So yeah.
So instead, he found out where the med bay was.
So Z,
I mean,
go ahead.
That's super useful. Learning where the med bay was. So that was an accidental result. Not the bridge, but the med bay.
I guess he thought I was having a seizure.
Yes, because he rolled a natural 1. Was it a 1 or was it 2? It was a 1, wasn't it?
It was a 1.
It was a 1. Yeah.
Mic off.
Well, I mean, it's good to see that you're on target, AJ.
Yep.
Mic on.
I mean, I think Chen would be really interested to go to the med bay. He's not particularly focused on healing magics of any kind, but he would be interested, I think. It's because he's interested generally in what is happening here.
So I guess east transport up to the first level, doors directly to the east or something. Like that's what the robot just said.
If Chen would be up for it. Like, it's the first time we've had a specific place to go that we're, going and not wandering towards, which is good. Like it.
Hold up, I'm moving the kibbles here.
Yeah, thank you. I still can't figure out why I don't have wisdom proficiency saves. It's been bugging me. That's the only one I can't fix.
All right, we'll look at it afterwards. I'm just
I don't have either of those.
give me 1 second. Okay, that looks like fun. Burp. Sorry. I was bopping around. Oh, you're more than welcome to go there if you want. Well, Vaz has decided she's out of here, man.
Yep, I know. I saw that. I was like, well, here it goes.
You give Vaz a lot of hit points, she's like, that's it, I'm out of here, man. That's it. I'm done.
How's everyone feeling? My guy is like, now I'm like talking to myself for a while with mute on. I think Chen was gonna and I was gonna ask whether from a resource perspective how everyone's doing. He would say the last fight kind of I pushed myself a little harder, but I was just wondering how everyone else is doing as a way of getting to the question of like how our resource expenditure is looking, like whether we need to take a rest or not, that kind of thing.
I suggested taking a short rest, but we haven't really found a place to do that.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get somewhere safe that we don't get attacked or ambushed by any of these fucked up things. He kind of enunciates.
Well, Chen would say I could make any place into a place that would be safe.
Oh, well, what the hell? Why have you been quiet for so long, man? Oh, and he just rubs his temples with both his paws.
Yeah, he's got it's like a psionic, tiny hut kind of thing.
Of course you do. Yep, that's on point.
Yeah. Of course I do. That's right. It was like one of the things that I really wanted from this item. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, you're getting feedback from your speaker there.
Yeah.
Or something. It's picking up something.
I'm going to put my headphones on, see if it goes away.
Probably.
But
yeah.
It's this, which is just like a 20-foot cube of timelessness, actually.
Z's like, where'd everybody go?
Well, they went around the corner. I thought I could get there, but I realized it was a wall.
That's okay. Gesundheit.
Sorry. Thank you.
So you're gonna put up the cube? And take a
Let's
short
find
rest, or what are you
a
doing?
corner to throw it in, okay? Not just like in the middle of the room, just like a nook, you know? Like let's make a little like safe cave or something.
Sure, wherever you want. It's like a 20 by 20 cube. So wherever you'd like it to be. I check the items because I think it has the says how many charges I would use. Okay, it's just I can only do it. He can only do it twice a day. Basically. Because of the charges. But he's happy to do it. It just takes 10 minutes. So is that what we'd like to do? We'd like to set up a 20 by 20 square of timelessness somewhere?
Yeah, I guess these chumps are getting tired.
Who you calling a chump?
He looks you square in the face and like doesn't say a word.
Boom. I drop it down there.
All right, fair enough.
That's the square. I will subtract the charges from the staff.
Yep, not a problem. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Sure.
And
as you're in the cube kibbles, you do not feel that presence in your mind earlier.
Who's
That's nice.
me in here? And he thinks about it for a minute and it's like an hour of silence for him. I don't think I got anything to like do in the short rest. I haven't been damaged at all other than my temp HP and I don't know, I'm gonna figure out like what's been going on in his head and stuff like that. Can I do like an insight check or whatever to see like which voice is like a good voice, or if I should listen to these voices that aren't quite my own or something? Like
Sure, you can do an insight check, and if I can get perception checks from people as well. Whoa. The almost exact opposite. Z and whoever else is left. Okay. That's your insight. That's fine. And Vaz, can you give me a perception, and Z as well?
Okay.
Okay. So, I guess to you, Kibbles, with your 10, so you're asking like around the intentions of whatever's been going around in your head, right? I mean, with a 10, yeah, you certainly can't figure that out. I'll certainly say that, which is probably somewhat potentially obvious, I don't know, is that, definitely when the bug stung you, it certainly kicked out the other original voice that you were healing and the whispering that you were hearing, right? With this one, you don't really hear the whispering. You do feel like this presence, and but you don't while you're in here. So, yay. So one
All
kicked
right.
out the other one out, which you probably already figured out, but you only spun a 10, so sorry.
So I'm gonna pass this up to like Chen and be like, just pretty much say I have a hypothesis that there might be more than one or two different like bug-like entities on this ship with like psychic or like mind powers fighting for control over it. And like it's gonna sound really fucking crazy, like a tinfoil hat idea, just like off the rails bullshit, especially how he comes about it, like walking around or like pacing on his board and be like, I think they're trying to take over my mind, everyone's mind. They're here, they're fighting over it. And yeah, he's gonna like tell them that. Kind of like there's two different type versions of like the brain bugs from Starship Troopers trying to like take this over for their own colony. That's his crazy idea. He's gonna like spit for like over the last hour at everyone else's like resting and stuff. He's just like, no, I think this is happening, and these guys are totally what? Yeah, and yeah.
Boo.
Get a grip, man. There's a
log pumping. He's like, I'll give you a grip.
Yeah. There's unarmed strike coming your way. Wham! For 0 damage. See, 0 damage. Take that.
Fuck off! And he just like goes back in his own corner, like pacing and like he's like thinking about this over, but he's gonna look like real crazy. And like his hair started to like frazzle and stuff, and like he's not as like well groomed as he was when he came in.
Okay, that's fair. I like it. So 1 second here. Dang, where am I? Yep. Okay. To Zen and Z, right? With your 24 and 25, I'm going to say Kibbles aside for a second, because Kibbles is strange even under normal circumstances, right? But you'll just generally notice, and I think I mentioned this before, but I'll point it out again, that the while you're moving about here, you get a feeling that you're always being watched, a little bit of paranoia, that people, just a general aura of, even to your group member. I mean, Kibbles is just, crazy to everybody, but just a general sometimes annoyance because of all this, and like I said, paranoia, right? And that certainly goes away while you're in Chen's little chamber of timelessness here. But whatever seems like, it just feels like there's some other effect going on affecting you all when you are just out and about in this ship that just can't reach you inside of Chen's chamber.
That's definitely useful to know. I think if Chen noticed that, or if they started talking about it, he would definitely flag it as something important for everyone to pay attention to. And I think if it's okay with you, once it came up, he might try to do like a investigation roll for to try to figure out like what could be the source or the method of delivery for the like psychic malaise that you're talking about.
Yeah, you can give it a spin.
All right. I'm going to do an investigation. Bam.
Ooh.
Big brain up against the brain powers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Brain versus brain.
Okay, I'm just thinking.
It is the muscle you work out most.
Yep.
Mr.
So, let's see. With a 26, so to your point, right? I mean, you've been moved around this ship quite a bit, right? You've been on a couple of levels. It's a pretty damn big ship, right? Right. So certainly you realize that whatever is doing this has got to be a pretty damn powerful psychic presence. You know, try to think of what might be able to come up with such a field. You know, I'm just going to say that you're not sure because whatever it would be something, you know, pretty rare. And like I said, with the power that we would need for something like that, tangling with it would, you know, who knows what would happen then, right? To go on like some sort of battle of a creature that can reach out with its mind over that level of distances, right? Because you're walking around this whole ship. I mean, this whole ship is like, you know, roughly, I think I measured a couple times. It's slightly over 500 foot from end to end, and you know you have that's diameter, and you've been on 2 levels of this, right? So figure out the square footage from that. Whatever is doing this is quite powerful indeed. You think through yourself of trying to think through, you know, what could possibly be causing this, and you know, all kinds of nasty creatures that you've heard about maybe come to mind, but which one it might be, you're not sure. Well said, Kibbles. Well said.
Sorry, pardon me.
It's okay.
All right. So none of the powerful and rare psionic / psychic beings that Chenrith can pull to mind seem any more likely than any other at this point.
No, I'm gonna say no. You're not exactly sure which one. You don't want to necessarily think through it. I'm, as the DM, am not going to give you a list.
Okay. That's
but
fine.
But that being said, you know, yeah, well, I think you're going to get there by the end of the night, but we'll see. Not necessarily there, but I'm just saying, you know, you'll hopefully find out more soon.
Okay.
That's just,
no
you know, breaking the fourth wall there.
Okay. So Chen spends a while like racking his brain trying to figure this out, and like maybe breaks out a couple of books that he carries with him in his knapsack, and just like seems to be like trying to think through what could be creating the psychic field. But after a while, he just sort of sighs and says, you know, I think you all should be aware that capable of doing this is likely capable of lots of other significantly powerful things as well. So we should be careful and pay attention to what's happening in our minds. and guard our minds against assault as much as we can, and against manipulation.
So I'll say you're well, how long do you want to spend in here? I mean, is anyone rolling their hit points? Have they rolled their hit points if they're spending short rest dice?
I mean, I might as well if we're doing it. So. Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe out my strain and use 2 hit dice to do it.
Okay.
But he's not hurt.
Yeah. I get it.
I'd like to use some hit die, but I can't find them.
If you click on your Foundry, it would be easier for you to do it that way. Click on your character token, double click. It'll pull up the big token, the big sheet, and then up at the top, it'll have, I guess, the level. So it'll say like 12, and it has like a star, a tent, and looks like a knife and fork. Click on the knife and fork for short rest. A little dialogue box will pop up, and it'll say about like taking a short rest, and you can spend hit dice, and it'll tell you that you have like 12 available, and your dice to roll is a D whatever. In this case, you're a paladin, so it's D10. So, and then you could just click roll, and then it will roll on Foundry, and it will automatically update your hit points. Because if you're trying to do it from D&D Beyond, you'd have to roll it and then add it later. But it automatically does it if you do it for like on Foundry.
Did you figure that out, Vaz? What we need to do here for you?
No, I don't know where that is.
All right, so let me look again. So if you go, Cripes, I think you know better than I do, Z. 1 second. So where did you say it was? I'm trying to find the dang hit dice on your character sheet. Short rest. Oh, if you click on the short rest, it probably does it. Yeah, there you go. So I don't know what he just said, but I just found it myself. So I think if you go open up your character sheet in Foundry, yes,
I did that.
Okay. Yeah. Top right, you see the number 12 because you're 12th level.
Yeah.
If you go over to the left, you'll see a little icon that has a little knife and fork.
Oh, okay. Short rest. Okay,
and that says
it.
Short rest. And then you can, hit the roll button and try to, roll dice probably or something. There you go. So you got back 7. You can roll additional ones if you want to use it again. It is.
Okay.
The thing seems to roll one at a time, which is as dumb.
I'm good.
There you go.
I just couldn't find that knife and fork. I didn't know where it was.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, no worries. Everyone else good?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good.
All right, cool. So where are y'all off to?
Do you want to go to the medical place? Maybe we'll find another robot that we could try again.
Yeah, why not? Sounds good.
All right, sounds like a plan.
You guys ready?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And like Kibbles will follow everyone else and like especially keeping like Vaz's safe bubble, but he's gonna be like more focused in his mind to try to like hear or follow those like mental whispers if he gets any as they travel.
I'm trying to figure out how to clear Chen's token here. Is that a drawing you did, Chen? How did you do that?
That's the spell effect. Like it offered me a spell template that was 20 by 20 because I had entered the spell in to Foundry's. So that's just like I dropped the spell effect. That will be there for 8 hours.
That will be there for 8 hours. I get it. But if you leave, does it go away?
I don't think so. But like, let me read the. I don't think it's like Tiny Hut in that way. I think it's like just a space of timelessness for the duration.
Okay. Well, if you want to leave it there, that's fine. I mean, usually, I think in Tiny Hut, if you leave, you're gone.
I don't think there's any language about like what happens when I leave at all. But like, I'll double check it.
All right. Well, I'll leave it there for now, and I can look it up later if it becomes particularly meaningful.
Yeah, so we could return there, for another rest, if we wanted. But yeah, the language is just like it's going to be there for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And we and Chen and anyone inside the cube when it appears can move through it freely and cast spells and manifest powers through the cube. Anything else can't go through.
All right. Yep. I read it. I got it here. All right. Cool. All right. Everyone following Vaz then? Around the corner to the right?
Yeah.
I think I'm following Vaz. Okay. Yeah. There she is.
I'll move the other two real quick. Give you a little warp through the wall there. All right. When you guys go directly to the south, then I can finagle things from there. All right. Okay. Well, we got most people. Who did we lose? Kibbles and folks.
Yeah. I went the wrong way.
That's all right. You still awake, Paul?
No.
All right, fair enough. I'm just trying to move him somewhat close. I put you in a wall. Sorry about that. Whoa, what happened here?
No worries. I figured that's what happened.
I got you now. All right. Who's going up?
I'm going.
All right. Let's see how we're going to do this here. So we'll go up. Let me bring up.
I made a wisdom roll to see how freaked out Chen secretly is by an immensely powerful psychic beast. and he is a little freaked out. So I think he's going to be hugging the paladin. He's going to be holding on to Vaz's toes all the time.
It's
All right.
Hug-a-Paladin Day.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, what day isn't Hug a Paladin Day, really? You know?
It's true. It's true. You should always stick close to your paladin. So as you go up, so you go up the tube, Vaz, you're first. Everyone's kind of following behind in some sort of order. I presume somebody is helping the undead boar go up the tube, right? Vaz goes, ah!
Yeah.
And
so
you walk into some, like, you could describe them almost as like worms with like 6 legs and 2 arms. They are just kind of, they've been mulling around this tube, and I guess you guys kind of bumped heads at around the same time. I'm going to do something here. Let's do this. Okay. Let's see. I'll unfreeze and let you folks come out. One of the creatures, will say this one here, and you guys can come out of the tube when you want. There's about 4 of them, excuse me. The one in front of you, he talks to you all telepathically. And he says, and I guess only you understand, Z, because you have your language up, unless someone else here understands deep speech.
I don't think that was one I picked. I think I undercommon and infirm, but I think I have another one I didn't get to pick. Yeah.
How did this guy get in here? 1 second. I think someone got. It was actually this one got copied and pasted somehow. Burp. I'll get rid of him. But Z, you still have your comprehend languages going, for the whole day. So you just hear him say something like, "Adventurers, what are you doing here? This is not a place for you to be in."
Oh, great! Time for charades.
Oh, that's right. Christ.
Awesome. I love this. I would say we, and I would gesture to everyone, are heading, and I would like do the walking to the medical bay, and I would like mime like wrapping my arm with some sort of bandage.
Okay. Let me take a look here. Give me a second. Boop, here we go. Yep.
Also, just for the sake of, I would have inspired. My inspiring leader can reset on a short rest, so I would have done that, and everyone would have gotten 17 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Get your temporary hit points. So,
Four, right?
It doesn't work on undead. Sorry.
give me your performance check, Z, when you get a chance.
Woo-hoo!
Get you guys out here.
Yes, I did better this time.
The creature just kind of like looks at you and points to the doors to your east, and you can see above both doors to the east, using your comprehend languages, as a sign that says medical 1 and medical 2.
So this one over here?
Yep, I would say that's 1, and the other one down here would be 2.
Oh, okay.
And it says, it looks at that and looks at you, and he's like, "You came all the way here just to get healed?"
And then I would, I'll, well, let's see, I would, like pantomime, like fighting, I would like put up my fists and I would, like this and then like, and then, stagger back and then I would point down like where we came from, to indicate that there was, battles down where we came from.
Okay.
Not very good.
Well, I mean, he figures out, he's like, okay, he got hurt. He's so the creature's like, oh, I understand that you got hurt recently, but why are you on this ship in the first place?
Hold on. That sounds like a do I remember kind of question. Oh, well, 18, I might remember. Why are we here again? Something about checking the status of some dudes for some sort of king or something?
Looking at the deer like shit because it was all broke, yes. And he like speaks to that commonly to you to try to get that off. Is like, we're here to look at the ship.
Oh yeah, and I point to the ship, and then I don't know, pantomime about like, oh, how do I do, like I go and I stare at it like real hard, like I get down on my hands and knees and look at it real hard, and like I'm like investigating the ship or something. And then I just gesture to like all of it. Yeah. Oh man, I love pantomiming. Oh yeah, that one's better. So yeah, I'm and then I don't know, and then maybe because we got some like some of the doodads and gizmos and stuff that we picked up along the way, I might like like gesture and point to them, being like, hey, like looking, like gesturing to them and pointing to the ship, and I'm searching and picking up stuff, basically like, hey, a little bit of salvage, a little bit of looking around, that sort of thing. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see what it wants to do. 1 second here. Okay. Oh, okay, sure. It just kind of shrugs its worm shoulders ish, and It says, this is not a safe place for your group. You really should consider leaving. And
part of me wants to be like, why? And I point to, I don't know if there's like, I mean, part of me wants to be like sign language to be like, why? But I guess I would point back to him and us like, we're not, like from you, and then I gesture just generally like, so like, are you gonna hurt us or other stuff is gonna hurt us?
so
I guess I can do that.
Yeah, you like struggling. Okay, it gets the idea. You gather this thing is fairly intelligent, despite its wormy looks, and it just says
more intelligent than me. I have a 10.
Oh well, it very well might be. Smartest worm you ever met. It says
Better than.
It just looks at you and says, "No, not me, but my master knows where you are at all times, and I would suggest not letting him deal with you if you cause trouble." And he just starts to walk away with his buddies here, assuming you're going to let them, or if you've got nothing else to do. It has not. Your tone says he has nothing more to say, and you just start walking off.
I guess I would give him the okay, like thumbs up, okay, and then wave and a smile.
Okay, fair enough.
And then I would say, Smart Worm said, we're in danger, and it's not safe for us. I mean, all the stuff that's already been attacking us. So yeah, but apparently those worm dudes aren't a threat. But his master, he said, which he didn't really elaborate, is like knows where we are, and apparently they're a bad person thing, whatever. Because they said that we wouldn't want to deal with them. So I have no idea where they are, but apparently if we cause too much trouble or something, it might draw their ire. But yeah, so they seemed pretty smart and know what was going on, but yeah. But they said that the medical place is like right here. It's this door here and that door right there, and I'd point to both of them. Just like the robot said, so.
And I will certainly, you guys have a key card, so for it, they will certainly unlock the door if you guys want to still go in there. If you want to go somewhere else, feel free.
Woo. Oh man.
Gonna go that door first. Okie dokie.
I just thought it was one of those, like, if it goes to the thing, I'm like, well, we could just, they look like they're connected, so I'm like, I'll just go to this door.
Sure, that works. So in there, we'll get that them in there. Where is it at? Okay. You see this person.
Holy shit, she's alive!
Even despite her humanoid-looking person, she is definitely a robot. Got shiny skin and so forth. So while this is not the tin cans you've been seeing, this is a more humanoid type creature. It is definitely still a robot and manufactured.
I guess time
Okay,
to
yeah, she knows that it's a robot. No, I lied. It's a tin can.
oh wow, apparently I do too. Awesome. Cool. But I'd probably be like, hello. How's it going? And then I would try to talk to the robot, the robot lady, clearly holding a syringe.
Okay. She walks up to you with, and I think you have one of these, right? With what looks to be like a little canister. Let me see if I can find it.
The healing canisters.
Yep, absolutely. She picks up
spray?
one of the healing canisters, and she will come to you and spray you, and you get your 1 hit point back that you're currently missing.
All right.
Well, noted. All right, good. This is a good room. And he'll like jot it down on like the crude map that he's been making of like them randomly walking around.
And she'll say something like, "Is there any other ailments that you have? Anything I can help with?"
Can we understand her?
Z can. She just kind of asks after she heals him.
I don't know. I sort of gestured to the rest of the people because I don't know how everybody is or how they're doing. I might be like, yeah, and then I just sort of generally be like, yep, my group, here they are.
She pokes her head out and she's like, they look okay to me.
Bring on the healing spray.
She goes back in and starts, working on the, whatever she's do to keep her, whatever work that she's doing right now. So Vaz opens. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was like, did she not care about everybody else? She was just like, yeah, whatever.
She peeked out, and everyone else seemed fine. So Vaz, you open up the other door, and you see this dude. So you see him, and you're just running away, Vaz? What's up?
Yeah.
Okay. He's just standing by the door for right now. And then the door will just close again if no one's going to go there. Burp.
I figured it out.
And if you're done with the girls while she...
crashed. I didn't know which room we were in.
Oh, wow. Is it back up?
It got disconnected. Yes, it's back up.
Ah. Okay. Fair enough. Well, they were up to where the room of the door where Chen and Z was. And, they all got healed. They peeked in and saw that no one else needed healed. So she seemed to have done her duty.
Is this her here?
Yep. I'll send you the picture again. I'm sorry. You probably missed it if your computer crashed. Here, I'll show it to you again. Boop. Boop. This person.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So she's part robot, huh?
She is robot. She is definitely not a flesh and blood humanoid.
And these rooms are not connected?
Nope.
Ah. Okay.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Got it.
So does anybody have anything we want to say to the robot lady? Because she seems to just spray that healing stuff on us and nothing else.
Yeah, I know. If you can't get her to tell us if there's any other useful rooms in here or whatever, or if we don't see anyone else, then I guess we could go walk around aimlessly. But like,
We
can't
could
you
ask
like?
her where the command center is.
Or a
Fine.
map
I like
or
walk.
something?
Okay. I guess I walk in. And I don't know. I pantomime again. I pantomime again, and ask for a map. That'd be great. I'd be like, is there a and then I don't know. I like pull out I'm like pull out some parchment, and then I'm like looking at it, like I'm trying to find a thing, and then I like point like out into the hallway, and then I do the universal. I have no idea where I'm going, kind of thing, and so yeah.
Kibbles will hold up his like patchwork scrawled map that he's been making of the ship, and like as he's trying to horribly explain what he like that we want to map, like I'll hold out the shitty map that I've drawn and be like of the ship, kind of, and like waving around to like indicate the ship ship, his the picture of his map, the ship, and like trying to help Z with his little dance.
Shit, I rolled a 2. Damn it.
I'm trying to give it help action, by the way. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, that would be better if that could. Yay, pantomiming.
1 second. So I'll say she looks at it and at the map that you drew, Kibbles, and what are you trying to get, Z? You're trying to get what out of her?
Maybe I'm just trying to find out any more information. Maybe if there's anything that like dangerous, or where the command center is, or anything of like note, like how the robot sent us here. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you can mime all of that. So what?
No, yeah. So I guess I would mime like the bridge, like where the bridge is, or a command post or something. Try to mime that.
Okay. I'll say that between you and Kibbles and I gotta say, Vic, your thing is loud. I can hear your whatever that humming sound is. I'll say she looks at the map and looks at what you're trying to do, and she's like, the bridge is in the center area. Command key card is required for access.
Does she have a key card?
Not that you say.
If Chen knew what was being reported here, he would probably ask that we ask like what the command card looks like, so that we can, or if she knows where one is.
Should I guess center of the ship, but I don't know what level.
I'm trying to figure out how you would mime a question like that. Ask
show
your
her the other cards, and like show her the other cards like a deck of playing cards, and then like kind of mime a missing one, and then kind of shrug her shoulders like, what does it look like? Ask her to picture it.
She points to the gray
Okay.
card.
Oh.
Well, that was easy.
Okay, that's easy. Does
So,
it
gotta
seem,
find the center. Nice.
Okay, so do we need anything else from Robot Lady?
I mean,
Maybe ask for
more,
supply.
yeah.
Oh, what are we asking for?
Supplies to help clear the area.
Oh yeah. So I guess I guess I would pull out like some of the things that we've already gathered, like the healing sprays and the grenades and the pistols and things, and then I like gesture to them, and then I ask basically like point to the map and do one of these, like where. Yeah. So
She'll just look at that, and she's like, she'll, from your thing, she'll say, I do not know where the armory is located.
I'll be like, oh, bad luck, guys. She doesn't know.
But to Kibble's point, clearly implying there is an armory.
But she did know. So there's one around. We just don't know where it is right now.
She's a doctor, damn it. Not a soldier.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a soldier. So, yeah. I guess we carry on. I guess I would pull maybe the healing canister thing and point to it and be like, eh?
I want more healing.
Yeah, like, eh?
How much can you give us?
Let's see. It's like I was hoping for a good one. I was like, little song and dance. It was like,
Gibbles could back you up and look really cute right now. I have advantage on my first persuasion check to make friends or whatever with the creature.
Well, I'm pantomiming, so it's not really persuasion because we can't really speak.
Yeah, I'm going to say she's like, I've already healed your wounds. I don't have any spare medical sprays.
All I said, and then I would just nod and be like, okay, just walk out, be like, like a shrug. It was like,
okay,
tried.
Fair.
I mean, I ain't gonna fight the robot lady for him.
That's fair.
He was nice enough to heal my 1 hit point, so I was like, I guess we'll go down to the second door and I'll find out whatever I didn't see before.
Sure. So you can open the door. I can send you the thing if you need it. Let me find it myself. I think it's this one. Yep. Burp. Burp.
Cool. Can I do like a medicine and insight check?
And
to
he
see if
goes
this is,
and
like, a surgery?
walks towards you and hold out his hand, as if to shake hands.
Oh, to shake hands? Okay, yeah, I can do that. I'll shake hands.
All right. He's gonna grab you and try to grapple you.
Oh, damn him!
Let's do a grapple thingy.
Oh wow, yeah, that's great. I'm bad at those, so awesome. So cool.
Can we step in and help him?
No, this is happening pretty quick. He's pretty. Just give it 1 second. So boop a doop a doop a doo. So grapple, right? Is that strength versus whatever it is? 1 second, let me find it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be a contested strength check, or it could be athletics, depending on how you want to.
Right. Let's do the contested. If you're proficient in athletics, you can do the athletics. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure it was strength against strength. But yeah, let's do that. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, for a Z, that is.
Oh, you beat the robot. Too quick for him.
And then I would like to hold on, yeah, because I have a little like leapy, like mirthful leap thing going on. Being like, hold on, I want to see what it does. I want to make sure that I can do it. It'd be like, yeah. So it's just one of those like, whoa. Yeah. So I'll display it here, where it was like. It's like where all of a sudden it's like a standing little leap back, where it's like being a satyr. It's like he tried to grab me and I'm like, whoa, and just kind of boink away there.
All right, so how far can you're really making a
it's really
long jump.
Really just like a regular, it's really just a long jump. So it's like feet to my strength plus a D8. Oh, right. That didn't help. So I would say probably about like I could probably leap about 5 feet away, maybe. Like,
let's move 1 square away. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll be like boink. I'll be like, hey, there we go. Like, whoa.
All right. We'll do a quick spin for initiative as the robot says, "You are late for your operation."
I knew it. I made an insight check to see like how threatening he's trying to grab him. And then I made a medicine check because I saw the table to see if, like, this looks like a pretty nasty surgery room that, like, Kibbles would like to have, all the big long claws and pokey apparatuses and stuff. Like, it's his dream. He's like, oh, it's a surgery room.
Everyone spinning for initiative real quick.
Maybe if they give him the surgery, they could actually understand and talk to fucking things. Like a magic, like, technological vocal core that lets you speak whatever's speaking at you's language. That would be so cool. Hint, hint, DM, hint, hint.
You guys are level 12. You can take your own damn spells to, like, talk to things. You're level 12. You're not level 5.
I can only take my spells on a level up, apparently.
All right, we're working on that. Is anyone else going to be part of this combat, or they don't care?
I'm looking for my initiative roll. I can't remember where it is.
I already put it in initiative. Just got to spin the little die in the initiative area. If you go to where the X is, you just have to click on that. The cross swords in the top right. Chen Vaz.
Oh. That's the cross swords? No, that's not a cross swords. That's the X that closes my character sheet.
Okay. I can't ping that area. So on the tabs over on the top right. Sorry.
Right.
One of them looks like an X, but it's not an X. It's really swords.
Oh, you've already entered me into initiative.
I did. I was so nice about that. All right. So Chen, you hear this ruckus from the other room where you hear Z kind of give like a warning little "gah" or whatever is to his character, and clearly some sort of ruckus is happening down there. And Kibbles is like, "I knew it! I knew it! This place is awesome!" Chen, you have anything you want to do? Might be on mute. I don't know. Oh, there he is.
I don't know that he would be like too worried about the one robot. So, but like he might, if it's being aggressive, he might just like prone it. But he's not close enough to see right now. So let me move him over.
All right.
That would be able to see, right?
If you can see him, you can see him. Sure.
Yeah. So I think he would just prone, or try to, the opposing fellow. Let me see which. I forget. I think it's a concussive slam. Yeah. Oh, as they're not rolling.
A strength saving throw. It would be prone and take 1d4 damage. Let's see if he can make his strength saving throw.
I think it's 2d4 because he will have. Yeah.
Man. For a robot, for a strong robot, he keeps spending natural ones. He failed that. You caught him off guard.
So it's 3d4.
Yeah, you could throw him the 3d4, and I will put him prone.
So 9 points of force damage.
All right. And if you're done, then
I'm done.
Z is up.
Great. Then Z would he would still move over. He'd be like, I'm gonna go over here, and then he would do some vicious mockery. So yeah, he'd basically be like, whoa, why are you trying to grab me, fool? Take that.
Okay. Yeah, he failed that too, so he'll take the 9 damage.
And then yeah, I moved a little bit, and that'd be my. Oh, I'll do I have to? Is Bardic touch? Do I have to touch somebody for that? Or can I just fire them with my words? Yeah. So let's see who's in. I just have to. I'll be like, hey, I'd get some Bardic to Vaz. Be like, hey, you want to kill something? There's something in here to kill. Woo! Go get him. And then there's a Bardic 1d10.
Wait a minute. Did the android actually speak common?
No. But Z has comprehend languages, so he knows
Z
what he's
has
saying.
Comprehend languages. Okay.
Yeah.
So he just like shouted at Z, "You're late for your surgery," and tried to grab him and throw him on the table, but Z like broke out of the grapple and now we're fighting him. But we don't know what the android said.
Yeah, you don't know what the android said, but he was clearly trying to, mess with Z.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, get him! Go get him!
All right. Kibbles, you're up.
Kibbles is very fascinated in his surgery table and stuff like that, and he just thinks oh, that's the coolest thing. He's just gonna go check that out.
Sure.
So he'll him and the boar would go over here, and he'll like climb up on the table and like on the surgery table and like start climbing on the surgery robot thing and like look at it and like all the tools and everything it has, and like he's just gonna start rummaging around to figure out how that thing works and how he could like get something like that, because it's just like something. Yeah, it's a dream for him to have like a cool, body slapping together Frankenstein table.
Okay.
So that's what he's going to do with this turn.
Fair enough.
Too distracted. Yep.
Vaz?
Yeah.
You're up to bat.
All right.
So the robot is currently on the ground. Z is like, after trying to grab Z, and Kibbles is checking out the operating table with the cool instruments.
I'm going to attack the robot.
I would expect nothing less. It is prone, so you can have advantage.
Cool.
You okay there, Kibbles?
I haven't even hit the bong yet. That's not me, I swear.
Oh, is it someone else? My bad.
It's me.
Oh, it's Vicky calling. Sorry, Vic.
But
Okay, you smacked him.
I do have a bong bowl packed in front of me, so just don't mind the bubbles.
No worries. If you want to smack him again, go ahead. Go ahead. $15. Yeah, that's certainly enough. So, basically, hey, he's a doctor, not a warrior. After trying to get Z on the operating table, Vaz comes in and smashes his robot into little pieces.
After he gets all smashed to pieces, I'm gonna look up from the table, and Kibbles is gonna be like, why'd you do that? I had so many questions. And he's gonna be like a little pissed off at Vaz and like start pointing at her and be like, how am I gonna figure out how this thing works now? What the hell? Is it portable? Can I get one? Like, I don't know. Look what you did. And he's just gonna like kick stuff off the table now in like a little furry fit of rage.
I say we search them for any key cards or anything that we can use.
That's a good idea, actually. Smart.
Vaz is all business. Vaz, you'll find a yellow key card.
Ooh, I like that. Pretty.
At least something useful came out of that. Is there any like cool, nifty, scary like surgery tools and stuff that Kibbles could take here? Like any like medical bags or pouches that he could use to maybe help patch up one of our friends, or like maybe sew together an undead boar if he could?
Like all of the medical items are part of that robot, which is really not portable. So unless you want to try and, take some of that, try and disassemble part of the I called it a robot, but it's really whatever that big device is by the table. If you want to try and disassemble that, sure, but there's not like necessarily too many individual items. I will say that he does have a syringe of something if you want to take the syringe.
100% I do. Yeah, I got a poisoner's kit and stuff, so I could try to figure out what that does.
Yeah, if you want to give me a check for that, let's see what would poison be. Some sort of skill check.
An alchemist.
Yeah.
I got an alchemist supplies or poisoner's kit I could do a check with.
Yeah, go for it.
Either or. I got.
Whatever's better for you. Go for it.
I think alchemist kit would be better right now because it's more about trying to figure out what it is and like break down a sample of it type deal, right?
Sure, that works. Yep. Yeah, I mean this syringe is some sort of anesthetic that, you know, if it got a hold of Z, you know, and he would have injected him, probably would have knocked him out.
Nice. Kibbles is gonna keep it to himself and just like not tell anyone else. He's just gonna like squeeze out the syringe and like figure out what it is and go and just like put it in his like coat or like cloak pocket or whatever.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so now yellow key card. Like we got to find a way to like figure out what doors are like marked, if they're marked with what key cards could be used or something, or like what areas, like if there's like a sign up on the wall somewhere that's like this is a yellow zone and that's a red zone or something, like little squares, or you know how like hospitals are marked with like little lines on the ground almost.
Sure.
You know, so like Kibbles is gonna try to figure that out now that we have 3 different color key cards. You know, if the ship is broken down into different sections or like different like specific areas, like higher security areas need these certain cards, or if they're marked off in certain area like ways once you get to those areas.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Cool, sweet. All right, that was long played.
Let's see.
Around.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. All right. Cool. What else do you want to do? You guys want to try and finagle? We need an artificer. Can I tell you?
I assume that the android is worth more than 1,000 GP.
Absolutely.
Damn. Okay.
You know, the next time, guys, when we find something that might help us, like that we can communicate with, don't squish it automatically. Maybe a restrain and capture. And he just kind of like stares Vaz in the eye when he says this. When he says like, "Don't squish it automatically, restrain and capture." He's just like deadpan, like kind of like tilts his head, like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." And he's still like standing on the table, so he feels all high and mighty about himself right now because he's nice and tall.
I'm walking out of the room.
The paladin with places to be.
What was that, Z?
I just tried to push Kibbles off the table. It was half-hearted.
Nope, cat-like reflexes, and you get like a little kitty paw, like swipe to the hand.
All right, folks, what you up to next?
Like I said, we're now that we got a yellow and a gray key card, I'm gonna try to figure out. And anyone else can help me? Like, we could see if we could
find markings on the ship or whatever that tells us what areas these things are good for. And I know that the robot said center of the ship, and he points to Z, is where the important bridge. Why would they have a bridge on a ship? I don't get it. So whatever way the center of the ship is the way Kibble says we should go.
Ben would like to study the card again so that he can replicate it.
Okay.
Were we rolling for this? I forget.
I don't think so. You can duplicate the card. That's no problem.
Okay, all right. So he's got like a gray card, a red card, and a yellow card in his head now.
Okay.
He's ready for a soccer game.
There you go. So, you know, I'm going to say, you know, Kibbles, as you go out and you kind of like observe the doors, since you currently went for that. I'm going to say that we'll say around the outline of the, I'll say outline's a bad word, but we'll say like around the door, right? You'll see that there is a, we'll say a color yellow that goes around the door frame, right? Not
like the door trim.
Yeah, like a door trim. We'll say what passes for a door trim in a futuristic ship, right? So we'll say that it's like a yellow color that
around the door. Okay, yeah,
matches the card that Vaz has.
Cool. I point this out to everyone else. Look for the doors with the different colors that match the things we have. We can get in them. Vaz, look for yellow doors. Like not actual doors, but outside, like the trim of the doors.
Now you'll note that Vaz, you guys used the gray card, and it did open for you.
So the gray card might be an override card, because they said that some sort of command access required to the important parts of the ship. So maybe the gray card opens all the doors or most of them.
Yeah, it looks that way. It's a good guess.
And was that this side the door that wouldn't open with that color, but has the yellow trim on it?
That door there actually has no trim on it whatsoever, and it has no scan. This is a button. If you want to push the button and go in, you can go in. There's no scan for that one.
All right. Which way was the door that couldn't open with the yellow? Because it was yellow.
I don't know what door you're referring to, but
neither do I. All right, cool. Good talk.
Okay. I mean, there was other doors that you could not open in the past sessions, but I don't know which one you're referring to.
All right.
But I'll say, since you're looking, this door here has a yellow trim as well. You do notice that.
Open it. Let's see what's in it.
I don't want to see random doors. Let's go to the center of the ship.
I just want to see if my hypothesis is correct. Maybe the yellow ones is for the medical wing. I want to see if this is like, a patient room or something, or maybe a doctor office. Like, humor me, please. I'm getting bored.
Let's go to the command center, and then you won't be.
There might be some medical records that are worth looking at, so we could find out what happened on the ship.
All right.
Huzzah!
Ooh,
Thanks, Enhorn.
good idea.
Which one are you using, Bass?
I'm gonna use. The gray.
Want to do gray? Sure. Burp. And the door will open for you.
Cool.
Boop.
See, you guys were right, I think, about the gray card, right? Is that like the security one, or like the higher up card? Yeah.
I'll say that room you went through there is like a lounge room, Vaz, and then in here, we'll say this is more like a doctor's office where you're at now. So it seemed like Zen was wanted to search for some records in here or something.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we can't read the language, but I mean, the big question is what happened on this ship.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I
Like
wanted to see
records,
if there
I
was
can read
some
them.
medical records that.
Z can read because he has comprehend languages. He just can't speak.
Yeah.
He has to
Okay.
do his
Okay.
his mime technique to see what he can get out of people.
Is there any computers in the room?
Yeah, we'll say there's a terminal over here. Boop.
Hey, Mr. Dude, with that thing that could help us right now. Please, Z.
Fine. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can access the terminal thingy.
Sure. So, we'll say that you sit down at the terminal, and you guys do all the spinning for the most part because you're the only one who can understand whatever hell the computer is saying at this point, or can whatever version of Windows they're running these days, right?
Yeah.
So sure. So the first thing you'll see at the desk is, it will say something about access clearance required, and there's like a slot on the terminal that is about the shape of one of your key cards.
I'm going to try my hypothesis and use the gray one.
You gonna use the gray one? Sure.
Yeah.
Let me just double check.
Don't know if that one works, and if it doesn't, then I'd be like, hey, give me the yellow one.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yep. That's not what I wanted. Okay. It will say, you put the gray one in, and it will say, command override accepted. And the system will allow you to go through into the medical records. You'll see a number of entries for different patients and so forth, as you might see on a computer terminal.
Okay, so is it grouped by like day, month, section, or maybe the most recent entries, maybe like the 3 to 5 most recent entries, if that is readily apparent.
Sure. So I'm trying to go back and go. Okay, 1 second here. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yep. Okay. Let's see. So we'll say that. 1 second. Let me see if I can find this one section I'm looking for. Doop-a-doop. Yep. Sorry, these 1E modules only had things organized so well. 1 second. Yep. Screw it. I kind of know the thing. Trying to find it in here is impossible. All right, so I'll say that when you're looking back in time, you'll see that there is certainly a number of entries around a sickness that had spread through the ship, leading into a number of people, quite sizable number of people on the ship, will say, that will eventually succumb to the disease and pass. Right? As you continue to go through, you'll see that there is that this disease was caused in one of the laboratories on the ship and spread through the ship. The laboratory / medical wing was able to do some analysis on the disease and come up with a cure, but not before a sizable amount of people on the ship had died.
Well.
And I'll say maybe a couple weeks after that, give it. I will say that goes back maybe, further back than you were told to investigate. Maybe that goes back, a year, and took a number of months for them to figure it out. And then maybe a little bit thereafter, you get reports of injuries, that would be consistent to folks fighting. And at that point, the injuries stop shortly thereafter.
Okay. So, folks were fighting and turning on each other. Possibly.
Well, we've got to explain all the strange creatures in here too.
Were they fighting amongst the crew, or were they fighting unknown things? Was it consistent with them fighting the robots or these other weird creature things that we've been coming across?
Sure. We'll say that there are there's no entries per se around who was fighting who. I mean, these are robots, right? So they're not into the social commentary. They were just talking about to a certain extent just what they found, just the facts kind of thing, right? In terms of what injuries were on the creatures themselves, or on the people themselves. So you will get a number of entries around, let's see here. I'll say that it will. Some of them definitely, reek of, combat. You'll be ones there that will say around maybe some explosive damage. There'll be ones that deal with bite damage. There is a let me do a spin on that. Do an investigation on me.
Oh, nice. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So some were explosives, some were bite damage. There was quite a few among corpses that were brought in that were had cranial injuries and was missing their brain. So cause of death, no brain.
Oh. Some people that died had no brain, so we got to watch out for some sort of brain scooper thing.
I told you they're trying to get them. See, nobody listens to me or their voices. No, I'm just a crazy kitty. And he's just gonna start like mumbling to himself in the corner.
You're not inspiring confidence over there. So, but yeah, I basically, I would just relay all of that. Being like, yeah, there was some sort, like, before this, there was some sort of sickness that killed a lot of people. The medical, I guess, personnel, they came up with some sort of cure, but it was kind of too late for a lot of those people. And then a short time after that, there was a bunch of fighting, and there were all kinds of injuries, and a lot of them that we've seen already, like bite marks, explosions, some folks missing their brains, all kinds of stuff. Weird. So it pretty much tracks with what we're seeing here. Lots of bad stuff on the ship and lots of stuff that wants to kill you a lot of different ways.
Chen, give me an investigation check.
Sorry, who?
You. Investigation check, please.
Sorry. Oh, sure.
No worries.
1 second. Let me get my... Oopsie. It's the wrong page. Investigation.
Oh yeah. So by this point, you're starting to put things together, and an elder brain would certainly fit a number of the descriptions of the phenomena that you have been finding. And yep.
Hold on. I'm gonna roll a dice to see whether Chen will all over his
Remember, as this is going on, this realization, Z's talking about all the brain eating and stuff like that, and Kibbles is in the corner whispering to himself and talking to voices.
So it's like all the blood drains from Chen's face, and he reacts after thinking about something for a little bit, he reacts as though someone slapped him and shocked him, and he's just immobile for a second, and then he says, all of this would be consistent with an elder brain takeover of this ship and its people, and I don't think I have to tell you all that would be very, very dangerous to us all. And then he would probably, I think everyone would have some basic familiarity with mind flayers and so on, but he would kind of run down the basics and say that might be what we're looking at here. There's an elder
Let's
brain
run and
somewhere
nuke
on
it
the
from
ship.
space.
It's the only way to be sure, man. It's the only way to be sure.
I mean, that would do it. Except we don't have nukes, sadly.
Well, that's an oversight.
Yeah. So Chen would be like very serious and he would be, wanting to make sure that everyone understands how dangerous that type of creature is. And some of the things that he thinks it can do.
Maybe that could be what those weird tentacly worm things we're talking about. Maybe Z is their master, and he kind of like waves his fingers around menacingly, like ooh.
What kind of creature is it?
He would say that it's an illithid, and it's the boss illithid that controls all of the lesser mind flayers. And I think if Vaz was asking the question seriously, he would give a pretty long explanation. He would be like, if it's this creature, then it probably lives in a vat of viscous brine, and it messes with the thoughts of all the creatures nearby, and it can manipulate the reality that you see around you, and even at a fairly great distance. And if it finds that it can't manipulate you the way that it wants to, it can take more direct control. And it has a couple of ways of doing that. And he would go into the parasite, the little like parasites, and also like its ability to charm and things like that. He would just go on for a while.
So what we gotta look for are like, I know, big tanks or like pools or vats, or like, I know, could something like the kitchen or something hold such like high amounts of liquids to like bathe this gross thing?
Yeah, he would. It's pretty big, and like the area that it would brine up would be pretty big, and it would take control over organisms like in a wide swath around. So, yeah, he would say something like, yeah, so if we're looking for it, then we're looking for a big pool of brine, and probably also mind flayers, and so we should be very careful and stay near our friend Vaz here, and he might say something like, "No, I don't think he's going to be that paranoid. I think like, hold on, let me see what he's like." And he might say something like, if I were it, there's a couple of ways to go after us, and one of the ways is to break our minds And another way is to break our bodies. And I think thus far it's not really testing us, but it might be one of the reasons why you're not alone in your skull anymore, friend Kibbles.
And like he stops, is like whispering and like, what? It's him. Oh. And he just like narrows his eyes and like focuses in on like nothing on the distance.
Be, although it seems like there's two groups of things. So I don't know.
Not just like him. There's another presence, or it's, or whatever. Yeah, there's something else. Yeah, there's another connection. It's whispering. And like, yeah, we could like get going to like the center. We can move on now, guys, if you want. I don't know, like you think you're done reading?
I think that's all that Z can really come up with based on what the squished robot and whoever wrote this wrote. You presume it was one of the robots, whether it was a squished one or not, who knows? But a similar type creature, right?
So, plan is follow the gray doors to the center of the ship to the command deck, and then figure out, like, I don't know, get a layout of the ship or something like that, and try to like pinpoint, triangulate where a big creature like that could be housed. You know? Does that sound like a good idea, team?
I mean, possibly, but what if this creature that you're talking about, you know, they like to control everything, they like to know what's going on. What if they're in the control center place?
Well, I guess we'll find out. We do got the card, we got the key. We got the willpower.
Is there some way we can protect our minds from being looked at? You know, like a helmet or earplugs or something?
I like the earplugs. Earplugs of protection. I like it though. You have the right idea. I'm just saying I like the earplugs.
Special, like, no bullshit, like mind control fuckery headphone. You know, just like the big earmuff type thing.
It works for all the babies that go to the Sixer games, right? You put the headphones on, they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, Jen, is there any way we could try to like help negate these things, or like maybe we could follow this other presence in my mind that they can help with this other thing? Maybe they know more. Whoa.
I don't know what happened there, but somehow I left the channel. Something happened. Don't worry about it. I'll pick it up.
Kibble's suggestion was, or excuse me, Vaz's suggestion was, what can we do to protect ourselves from the effects?
So I think Chen would say it will come at you through your mind, and like, you know, kind of explain that it's like probably likely to be int checks. So there's a lot of feedback. I'm not sure what's happening, but that we should all hug the paladin, and then aside from that, there are some spells that we could use, but I'm not sure if we have them available. And Chen Chen would be pretty good at saving against them, but I don't know that he would be he can't really help other people with it. Like his mind is fairly impervious to this sort of stuff. So I think his answer might be something like between Vaz and I, we can help you in a couple of different ways, but you need to be paying attention to what's real, and you need to let us know early if something's going wrong, and then maybe we can fix it some way. Like I don't know if lay on hands would fix dominations. I don't think they do. But anyway, he would be talking about all of that stuff.
Yeah. And I've been muting you on and off there,
bugs
Vic, because
that-
I was getting feedback sometimes.
Sorry.
I have some of the magic. I can do protection from evil and good, so I could protect myself basically because it's like one person kind of deal. So I can help protect myself because I am not a smart guy, and I don't pretend to be a smart guy. So yeah, but yes, because my loot gives me some cool allows me to tap into some primal magic that I'm not normally familiar with.
From evil and good.
Yep.
Yeah, Vic,
So-
if you go on mute when you're not talking, it'll be okay, because I think you're picking up the sound from another speaker or something.
Okay.
And I guess out of character, I think lesser restoration would it does cure like some of those minor status effects. Lay on hands doesn't. It cures disease and cures poison. It doesn't do like charmed or whatever. But lesser restoration does. It gets rid of paralyzed, poison, charmed. Doesn't get rid of stunned. So yeah, stunned a bit. So just say.
Sounds like you learned that from personal experience.
Well, I'm a 19th level paladin. I know kind of what I can do and what I can't. So.
As a out of character, Chen can't be charmed or frightened and has resistance to psychic damage and has proficiency in intellect in int saves. So if he's close to the paladin, like he's going to be saving at like +10 or better. He's going to be plus 18 or something like that. So whatever it is, it's not going to affect him, but not likely to affect him. He would have some familiarity with it, and unfortunately, I don't really have. He doesn't really have any skills that he can help others with. I don't think, except for the stasis field. That's the only thing.
So the way I see it right now, there's like so many things we could do, but our two main options should be one, because I'm selfish, we could go chase down those bugs. Or we could go to the command center and try to find that to like follow all the gray doors.
Why would we be chasing the bugs?
Well, Kibbles got stung by one bug that like snapped him out of one of the other voices. So the first voice he heard after fighting those very first brain bugs, the one that was all like sinister and stuff like that, that one got chased away, and like I don't hear it anymore after that other bug stung me, and now I have this other connection and voice like in my head that doesn't feel the other one. So maybe they could give us some like protection or knowledge or help us against this other thing somehow because they undid one of their effects on me. Or we could just like go straight to the command center and see if the big brain is living in there, or if we could find out where it could be living from inside there with like schematics or something.
Ship schematics would be really useful to find. If that other bug is some kind of ally, I think that would be useful to find too.
That's why I'm tossing those up as like Kibbles too, like main ideas for us to focus on right now, or else we're just going to be wandering around this ship aimlessly forever. Now that we got like a way to find a path with like these 3 different key cards and like the different colored doorways and stuff like that, we might be able to navigate the ship a little easier, and maybe Kibbles could like, I know, rely on this other connection with that like brain voice wave thing. If we could like get close to it, or it's like hot and cold type deal.
Yeah, I think Chen would be like intrigued at the idea of having more allies or help, because he would definitely feel like taking on the Elder Brain in its lair is, you know, a pretty intense prospect. And it probably knows that we're here, so we don't have that much time. So I think he would be, or I think he would think that they don't have much time. So I think he would be interested in finding whatever this ally is, and doing it quickly.
Sweet. Maybe with your like brain powers, you could help Kibbles connect to this other like brain wave thing properly, and like maybe together the two of us could like triangulate the source of this thing, and maybe that'll be the good like our allies, or like something that's not the brain dude.
Kibble's eyes kind of like glaze over, and Kibble says, "We will help you." And then Kibble snaps back.
So what do you guys think about my idea? Yeah, like go to the center. What? Why are you guys looking at me?
So Chen would just be like, yeah, you just, someone else just spoke through you, and said that it would help us. But I think he would be a little suspicious about who is who in Kill's mind. Like, so he wouldn't necessarily trust the first voice that he hears from. But yeah, he would just say that, you know, someone spoke up and said, well, we'll help you, but we should, you know, follow their directions with some caution.
All right, well, yeah, any help we can get, well, that'd be awesome. But like, what do you mean through me? Like, I'm solid. Is there someone behind me? And he like turns around. No.
Are you noticing those skips in the Matrix? Says Chen. Where it seems like you're talking about one thing and then things have subtly moved on.
Deja vu.
with a wisdom check of 10, not really, no. Like, you're being weird. But, like, yeah, I mean, maybe we could, like, go talk to these people that apparently want to help us. And he, like, gives you, like, an awkward thumbs up.
Awkward thumbs up right back at you, buddy. Let's do it.
So it's already 10 o'clock. If you want to do a little bit more, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm just happy to let you guys discuss. And if you want to pick up next time or discuss some more, whatever you want to do.
I don't mind.
I know 10 to 10:30 is usually around Paul's limit. So whatever works.
Yeah, I was just ask Zenhor how he was feeling. Yeah.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so maybe we should take up like the question of like, do we do a frontal assault or do we go find allies in the Discord over the next week, and we could just like RP that out a little bit over the next week and then decide and do it next time. Does that seem
okay? Like hunker down here for now until next week. I'm good with
yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
That makes sense to everybody.
Yeah, call her early tonight, and hopefully Paul could get a good rest and feel better, a little bit better and stuff for next week.
And we'll just decide whether I think everybody is like on board for find allies mission rather than assault the possible elder brain, but we could talk about it, and hear from everyone on it.
Sounds good. Yeah. I could poke you guys about it tomorrow in Discord, work or something.
Okay, sounds good to me. That sounds good to everybody else.
Yep.
Sure thing.
Nice.
All right.
Awesome.
Have a good week, all. Good night.
All right.
Thanks very much for sending us to spooky space.
Spooky space.
Yeah, this is cool.
And we'll be chatting in Discord and have a good week.
Awesome. See y'all next week. Have a good one.
All right. See you next week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.